Yeah. So we'll start the webinar. So good morning all. This is Jagriti and I'm host for today's session. Today we'll discuss on topic of ERP output management solutions without any programming efforts in your existing ERP. In that regard, we will discuss in detail about easy customization of your ERP output documents and reports. So before we start, send your questions of the question and answer session via chat and recording of the webinar will be shared. Moving further, let me introduce about my company to you. So Simtrax is into enterprise software solutions. We having 30 plus years of industry experience. We are into technological innovation to fulfill customer needs, and we have 3,000 plus customers across different sectors with 12.7 years of average of customer loyalty. We having headquarters in Los Angeles and global presence, having offices in France, US, UK, Germany, and India. In India, we have offices in Mumbai and Pune for APAC region. Let's have a look on customers. As I mentioned, we have 3,000 plus customers. We are not an industry specific solution provider. So in manufacturing industry, we have the customers like Volkswagen, Tata Chemicals, Toyota, Bridgestone, Asian Paints, etc. In finance industry, we have the customers like Citibank, HSBC, etc. In FMCG and food industry, we have the customers like Coca-Cola, Bacardi, Haribo, etc. Moving further, in pharma industry, we have the customers like Himalaya, Pfizer, etc. And in other industries, we have the customers like Dainik Bhaskar, Times Publishing Group, etc. Moving further, let's set up agenda for today. So in ERP environment, there are certain challenges in terms of document reformatting and report customization. In document reformatting, challenges could be a frequent change request in terms of form redesigning, or if you would like to merge two different documents into PDF. Similar way, in report customization, if you would like to merge two different report into one Excel, or if you're using SAP ERP, then there are certain challenges in terms of SAP spool files and all. So if you're such a kind of scenarios, then you might outsource this kind of task to a third party, or you require in-house team. But using Complio, we can help you for document reformatting and report customization without any programming efforts, so that you can save your time and associated cost. So our today's discussion will revolve around ERP output management solutions without any programming efforts. And then we will have the question and answer session. Now let's have a quick poll. So how do you manage document and report customization in your ERP? So first option is in-house and second is outsource. So as I mentioned, like for in-house and outsource, of course, for both the options, costs are associated. So I request you to cast your vote. And in that regards, if you want to discuss in detail by end of this webinar, then we will discuss. Yeah, thank you for your voting. Let's have another poll. So frequently do you receive customization requests of forms and reports? First is a weekly, second a monthly, and third quarterly. So you might have the requirement in terms of different departments like sales department, HR department, finance department, and distribution department. So I request you to cast your vote. Yeah, thank you for your voting. Moving further, now we will discuss challenges involved in terms of document reformatting. So sometimes ERP documents are not fully customized as per end user's needs. Sometimes they're not presentable, or there could be lack of branding on the document. So if you're using already pre-printed stationery, then there's a less flexibility while doing changes in terms of your existing ERP forms. Another challenges could be frequent change requests, because you have to do a lot of efforts in form designing and all. So considering this, you have to follow the process of change requests. Like you have to do the change request, and it will go for the approval to the functional team, then technical team, and then it will go to the programming team for doing the respective changes. Another challenges could be if you want to send documents apart from this invoice, So you have to do manual rework while sending the terms and conditions for every customers or other relevant documents. So considering these challenges in reformatting, you have to do manual efforts or cost is associated for doing programming efforts. Now considering this, now we will see how we can overcome these obstacles using Complio. So on the right hand side, you can see the reformatted documents where we have enriched existing ERP document. We added QR code. We can fetch the email address from SAP table. We added material specific barcodes. We can do the conditional based formatting. For example, if you want to add different countries' currency, then we can bring that country's currency when that country's invoices we would like to distribute likewise. Also, we can add multi-language text as well. So using Complio, we can do that without any programming because we can use your existing ERP forms. If you're using SAP, then we can use your existing SAP Smart Form or SAP script. And it's a simple drag and drop interface. So you can use this solution without any programming knowledge. And for that, for use this solution, there is no any special IT knowledge is required. You can do it by yourself, which will be very fast and easy. Also, using this solution, you can help to increase customer experience by providing standardized invoice format. And another important point is there will be elimination of pre-printed stationery completely because we will provide customized form templates. So using Complio, we can eliminate all the challenges that you are facing right now in terms of document reformatting. Moving further, let's have a quick poll. So do you use any document reformatting or a management solution? First option is yes and second is no. I request you to cast your vote. Yeah, I will wait for a few more seconds. Yeah, thank you for voting. Moving further, now we'll discuss business cases in terms of document reformatting. First business case is from leading natural gas distribution organization, where they're having challenges in terms of GRN label creation and its printing. Current process is vendor has provided them one template, which is in Word format, and they have to do manual entry of from SAP to that Word format. Like they have to enter material code, PO number, GR number, material description, then unit of measures, bill number, and they would like to have in the respective format, which is 100 millimeter to 50 millimeter. And all this data they have to take it from SAP, which is again a manual entry, and every time they have to do it. So considering this kind of manual SAP entry and required size format challenges, Complio have overcome these kind of challenges because we have proposed a solution where we can design the template in Complio. Okay, and as I mentioned, to design the template, there's no any programming efforts are required. So what they will do, they can simply process one document. Let's suppose they have processed PO number. Okay, so automatically it will capture in Complio and then predefined template will be applied and then output with all the required fields will be reflected on that label printed on that label, and then document that respective label will be printed to the desired printer, which is a thermal printer. Now, if that printer is in the network, then automatically the document will be printed on that printer. If it's not on the network, then we can install Complio remote agent and then we can automate the printing as well. So in this way, we are eliminated manual efforts and form designing efforts. Moving further, now we will see another business case for a dynamic QR code for B2C invoices. So you might aware that for invoicing, B2B QR code is there and which contains fields like GST of the supplier, GST of the buyer, the invoice number, date of generation of invoice, then invoice value, number of line items, HSN code, and unique invoice reference number. But for B2C, same details are required except GST of the buyer and taxpayer must include payment reference link. So first GST of the buyer as it's unregistered person, which is the B2C invoices. So that in that case, taxpayer can mention his GSTN or his name. Second, taxpayer must include payment reference link so that recipient can redirect to the payment link and it helps to promote digitization as well. So this kind of requirement for the dynamic QR code also which can be fulfilled using Complio. Moving further, now we'll discuss another business case from the manufacturing industry from the Amirantit, Oman. So before using Complio, they were facing challenges in terms of manual splitting, sorting of invoices, which is generated from JD Edwards, then delivery note and purchase order. So their sales team have to merge it manually. Then their sales team have to go to the customer location with entire set of documents. So eventually, finance team were facing challenges for the payment collection. So using Complio, we completely automate their order to cash process. With respect to invoice, delivery note, and purchase order are automatically split, sorted, and matched, and then merged entire set is distributing automatically over email to all the customers. So in this way, their payment process has fastened, and all the manual efforts are eliminated completely. So in this way, we have improved their order to cash process. Moving further, now we'll discuss another business case, which is from the zipper manufacturing. And before using Complio, they had multiple challenges to solve the problems, such as in terms of printing and document reformatting. So previously, they have to do in-house function of downloading all the spool files which are stored in database. They have to take it to the PCs, and then they have to do a lot of reformatting. So using Complio, like we have integrated with their IBM ERP. So we have automated their complete reformatting process. So they found Complio solution very cost effective, and that's why they have successfully implemented this solution in 34 countries. So moving further, we'll see another business case, which is from the Gulf region. So they would like to have the Arabic content on the document, and then that document they would like to distribute automatically. So we have fed the respective Arabic content from the databases, and then we are applied to the documents, and then that invoices we are automatically distributed to their respective end users. Now moving further, now we will discuss how it can be done. So this is the typical architecture of Complio. So on the left hand side, you can see the SAP ERP. In second box, you can see the different ERPs or applications, email, Office Suite, and PC folders. For SAP and IBM, we have the certified integration with SAP and IBM respectively. For other ERPs or applications which allows API integration, we can integrate using API connector. Also, we can capture the documents from email as well. Like we have the email connector, so we can monitor that email address and we can capture the documents. Also, we can use SFTP approach as well. Now let's see how the process will be done. Now, when documents are processed from the ERPs, like for SAP, now that will be captured using SAP certified connector. For other ERPs, that document will be captured using API connector. Then in Complio, predefined template will be applied, and then output document will be created and distributed automatically. On the right hand side, you can see multi-channel distribution platform where document will be sent via email. It can be printed, it can archive, it can send for workflow for approval, it can convert into XML, it can push back in SAP DMS, or it can store on cloud repositories like SAP, Amazon S3 Bucket, etc. Moving further, now we will quickly see the demonstration for document reformatting where I have used the test environment of SAP. Now I have used transaction of VF31. Now you can see this is the plain vanilla invoice. Now if you want to reformat this document, as I mentioned, change request will be there in your current process, but using Complio, we can do it without any programming efforts. So as a SAP user, you have to simply process this document from SAP. Now output, you will have it on the email. Before that, if you want to sign this document digitally, that will be also possible. So let me show you that as well. So respect to authority will receive this document for signature. Now you can see here, you have to simply click and then he can view this document. Either he can sign it or reject it. So let's suppose he has signed this document. Now output, he will have it on the email. So if you want to have digital signature on it, then you can have it, or without digital signature document, you can have it on the email. Now you can see here, this is the attached document, and in the email body, we have attached different repositories link as well. So let me show you attached document. Now you can see here, as I mentioned, we have added the QR code. This is a company logo. We have fetched the email address from SAP table. This is the material specific barcodes. We can fetch the discount table and we can display it here. This is the multi-language text. We can do the calculations. We can add bank details, ink signature, digital signature. And another important 2 points, like if you want to add marketing campaigns in the footer as per the respective particular season or particular month, we can do that, and it's a dynamic in nature. Also, we can add terms and condition page as well. So as per the customer ID and customer name, we can fetch the right contract and we can display it here. As I mentioned during the architecture explanation, we can push back document back to SAP DMS. Now this is one like where transition from VF03 where we can push back output document back to SAP. We can see here. Where we can push back document back to ERP. Now moving further, let's discuss about challenges in terms of report customization. So there could be requirement from the end user for requirement-based customization. So on the screen, you can see at the right-hand side. Now this report consists of all vendors' data into one report. Now let's suppose if in the header data is scattered, it's not into readable format. So as a purchase manager, if he would like to have every vendor's data into different Excel along with the calculation, and because this data, as I mentioned, is not into readable format, he might have the requirement to merge other reports data into output report, or he might need to have or the pie charts or bar graphs like that. So for that, either you have to do the change request or you have to do the manual efforts. So you have to use VLOOKUPs and all, you have to manually merge two different reports into Excel like that. So using Complio also we can do it without any programming. Another challenge is involved in terms of business process, like in account payable process. If your finance department would like to have all vendors data into Excel with required fields like payment terms, vendor name, vendor code like that. Another challenge is in different business process. There will be example I can give you for PO to SO process, where purchase order data you would like to have into Excel for further usage, or purchase order data you would like to have in the XML. So you might have different challenges in terms of reporting. For that, time and efforts are involved. Now, before proceeding further, I would like to discuss how we can overcome these challenges using Complio. So on the right hand side, you can see this is only one vendor's report where we have converted vendor's report into one Excel. We have added total price, we have added logo. Now, if you want to merge two different reports into one Excel, we can do that. If you want to add SAP tables data, we can do that. Or if you want to query the data from your ERP database, we can do that. So in this way, we can reduce implementation cycle. Also, there are challenges in terms of auto distribution. Let's suppose if you want to have this report on weekly basis, monthly basis, or on daily basis, we can do that. Also, we can add pie charts, bar graphs as well. So moving further, let's have a quick poll. So do you use any BI, that is a business intelligence reporting tool? First option is yes, and second is no. A request to cast your vote. Yeah, thank you so much for your voting. Moving further, now we'll discuss about business cases of customized reporting. So first business case is from the leading company from electronics and electrical engineering, which operates in the industry of energy and healthcare sector as well. So they're having almost 8,000 plus SAP users, and they're creating hundreds of reports on daily basis. So before using Complio, they had to spend a lot of time in reporting and combining data from all the different systems, and they tried to tackle these challenges using traditional SAP tools such as SAP Script and ABAP, but it was very time consuming. So using Complio, we completely overcome these challenges. So now Excel reports are created automatically and emailed to the appropriate vendors. Before using Complio, it almost took 3 days to compile all the required reports and for distribution over email. So let's discuss another business case where Complio have fulfilled their requirement. So this business case is for converting PDF to XML in the process of PO to SO. So this business case, it belongs to the pharma industry, where before using Complete, they have to check each and every purchase order manually, and then they have to create sales order in SAP, which is a manual process. Using Complio, we help them to automate their PO2SO process. So where like we have provided them email connector. So all the customers are sending the purchase order to that email address. So we are monitoring that email address. So once attachment comes on that email address, we are capturing in Complio and we are converting to the XML for further usage. So they have written some program for exporting XML to SAP, and they are automating their PO2SO process. Moving further, now I would like to discuss another business case from the world's largest manufacturing of the aluminium. This business case belongs from the Bahrain country. So they are using SAP script, and their challenge is like they are having the per day change request, and their IT team was unable to complete a deadline as per the business users demands. So they found a complete very cost effective and time saving tool, and we have provided them training. So they are now independent to use the complete solution, because they have the challenges in terms of reformatting and reporting. Like they want to merge PDF text document and SAP list report into Excel. For reformatting, they would like to have the logo on that document. They want to auto distribute the document to the end user. Another thing, they want to copy paste as it is data to the Excel. So currently they are doing it manually, but now using Complio, they are completely independent and using this Complio solution very effectively. Moving further, I want to discuss another business case from the irrigation industry. So the API report, which is an annual performance report, so they want to have the addition of like deferred sales or block pending reports. Currently, they are exporting all the data into Excel, and they're using VLOOKUPs to get the customized output. Another challenge is like their headquarters is in Israel. So they want to have this kind of reports on daily basis in the USD currency, and for Indian management, they would like to have the report into INR. Also, they are having the different profit centers, like 8 in Andhra Pradesh, 4 in Gujarat, 2 in Maharashtra. So they want to have daily reports for all the profit centers individually, and for HQ as well. Also in month end, they want to have report on every 2 hours. So considering this huge change request on daily basis or a monthly basis, they required a huge ABAP programming team, and they're having almost 30 plus people in-house for as ABAP. So in Complio, we completely reduce their ABAP efforts, so ABAP can use their time for other challenging tasks of SAP. Moving further, now discuss for customized reporting. You can see this is a transition from MM60, and this is a plan code 2000. Now, if you want to have this is standard report, if you want to merge two different report into one Excel, or if you want to query some data from SAP table, again you have to use the ABAP programming. Now, using Complio, you can simply process this document. You can see here, you can schedule the time as well. Like that, and you can simply process this document. Now you can see 17214 is sent to this printer. Now this is a complete supervisor. This complete will install in your premise on Windows Server. So you can see it's a full green. That means document is processed completely. Now output document will be received on email. So let me show you that. Yeah, you can see here. This is a MARA, this is MARC, and this is a MBEW. Now where we have queried all the data from different SAP tables, we can merge to different report into Excel. We can delete some if you want to have the graphical elements, we can do that as well. So in this way, whatever requirement you have it in terms of ERP environment, we can do that. Moving further, let's discuss challenges in terms of customized reporting. Customers. Now we have the customers like Siemens, Coca-Cola, Godfrey Hirst, HSBC. For document reformatting, we have the customers like YKK, Godrej, Moog, Bristol, etc. Now moving further, we will see other applications of Complio. First is EDI. So if you want to know more about that, then I can schedule the demo, or I already given the webinar on this topic, so I can share the webinar recording session as well. Another applications we have it, which is digital signature. Then we have the solution for invoicing and e-waybill. Also, we are into processes automation, where we can automate your PO to SO, then Miro process, then order to cash process, etc. Also, we are into digitization as well, where we have the solution for website and workflow. So if you're planning to have Complio for document reformatting and reporting, some factors that will helpful and will influence your decision, because Complio acts as an admin tool. There's no any programming efforts are required. We have the certified integration with SAP and IBM, and for other ERPs, we can integrate using API connector. So in short, it's a one-stop solution for automation and digitization with multi-channel distribution. So thank you so much for your time. If you would like to discuss about your challenges in terms of reformatting and reporting, we can discuss right now. If you want to schedule a demo for your team, we can do that as well. Also, if you want to discuss about other parameters in terms of digital signature, invoicing, e-waybill, digitization, that also we can discuss right now. So thank you so much for your time. Yes, if you have any queries, you can text us in the chat window.
Hello, Jagrati, can you please confirm if I'm audible to you?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, right. So, Jagrati, thank you so much for the wonderful session. I hope it was beneficial for the attendees here today. So, we just have a few questions here that we will quickly try and address. So, one question is there are some digitization initiatives going on in our organization planned for the upcoming year. How can we help with the same? So, like Jagrati explained during the demo, uh, the solution Complio helps you in easy customization of reports and documents. So, in terms of digitization, it will be a lot on the document side, where right now there are a lot of paper-based processes, wherein we have to take them all to a paperless process. So this could be approval processes or general business processes handling a lot of papers. So since Complio helps you to quickly design templates and quickly go from a paper-based to paperless approach, it could be definitely supporting in your digitization initiatives. Also, the certain processes which demand security or certain approval workflows. So since Complio has integrated solutions for that as well, so your entire process could be digitized using Complio. Another question we have here is, okay, just a second. Okay, so there are different kinds of business documents in the ERP for which belong to the same category. So, for example, invoices, etc. So, how can that be taken care of? Okay, so since Complio has the capability to read this spool files or the incoming PDF files or the XML files, we can differentiate between documents based on the content on the document, or if it's a spool file from SAP and IBM, we also have the spool properties to identify the different documents. Now, based on the different conditions or the different identifications, we could apply required templates and set up a customized process for the same. Okay, I request the attendees to put up the questions in the chat bar, the questions box, if there are any. Okay, so one question we have is, how do you ensure document security when we will go to a digital approach? Okay, so here there could be certain options such as password locking or digital signature on the document. So it depends what kind of security I'm looking forward to. So if it's about tampering of the data, then digital signature could be the option which helps us in protecting the document from getting tampered. If it's about authorized access, then yes, we could lock the passwords using, we could lock the documents using passwords, and this could be dynamic passwords based on the content which is there on the documents. So I request the attendees to put up questions if there are any. Okay, so we'll be on standby for a few minutes, and if there are any questions, you can just put them in the chat box, and we'll be happy to answer them. Jagruti, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Tejas. Yeah, so in terms of any challenges of reporting and reformatting, we can discuss in detail with your business team. So I request you, if there are any challenges, so you can let us know right now, so we can schedule a demo for your business team. So we can schedule a demo either tomorrow or early in the next week. Also, e-invoicing is mandatory for all the companies having turnover below 500 crore and below 100 crore as well. So if you have the challenges in terms of current e-invoicing process, we can discuss on that as well. So we are waiting for your questions in the chat window. So I request you, if you have any kind of doubts, you can let us know so we can discuss in detail. Yeah, so thank you so much for your time, and a recording of this webinar will be shared. So if you want to forward this webinar session to your colleagues, you can do that. Or as I mentioned, we can have the another round of demo individually for your organization as well.